Tony again. I'm back. So I took a little bit of some time off from doing some videos. Um, those of you that are new to my channel or you're just tuning in, thank you and welcome. This is going to be a video about basically why I took my time off, what I had to focus on to get back into my diet plan, and what did I need to do. So I wanted to start off why I was so MIA for a little while. I just had to take some time to refocus on why I was doing what I was doing with my diet plan. A lot of my ups and downs were like I would be on one diet one week, keto on the next week, WW on the next week, low carb on the next. I mean, you can get the gist of it. I just couldn't decide. So I wanted to take some time to really do some research and figure out what I wanted to do for me, and if I wanted to continue this channel or not. So that's the truth behind the whole of why I've been gone for a couple of weeks off the video plan. So here I am back. I decided to come back because I feel like it's very important to tune in and share my story and perhaps help others to get where they need to be and to get where I need to be. So it's very important on that aspect of why I'm doing my channel now. Okay. I keep stopping the film because I keep getting to the point where I'm just going to lose it. I'm going to try to hold it together here, but I needed to do this video because I almost gave up on the whole of trying to lose the weight. I just almost gave up and said, I'm going to be fat for the rest of my life. And sorry. Because, you know, when you get to that point that you just feel like you're never going to lose the weight, you're never going to get to the point of where you were before. And so I was there. I was at that point. I wasn't depressed about it. I was just to that point of just giving up. And I so badly want to be there for you all, to share my story, to share my weight loss, to share my experiences, and hopefully help. And I felt like there in the last part of before I started to think that this whole thing was a waste of your time. And those of you who have watched, I felt like some people that have come up to me and talked to me and said that I love your videos and I love your inspiration, that have known me. Sorry, God. It meant so much to me. You don't have any idea. Okay. Sorry. When I start crying, it's like I can't stop. So anyway, I appreciate those people. All those people that didn't even know me. I had people come up to me in restaurants and things like that said, oh, that's you. And I was embarrassed that they were recognizing me. And for some reason, I don't know why I was embarrassed, because I'm the one that decided to make this channel. So, sorry I didn't mean to make this into a cry fest. But I want you to know that I'm going to be here from now on to help anyone that I can, because it helps me, and I'm not going to give up at all. There may be days when I feel like I'm going to give up, but I'm not going to be that person that says they're going to be there for you and not be there and just kind of share stories that don't mean a thing. So that's the whole reason behind of why I was gone. I just need to figure out why I was so confused and frustrated with why I wanted to lose weight. And if you ever get to that point, watch this video. Because I hope I can help just one person. I really do. So I am going to stop the crying and get going on this. I'm going to be putting some before and after pictures in here of the last 2.5 weeks of my weight loss. And I hope that it helps someone, because I did lose. I'm going to show the pictures. I'm not going to tell you how much I've lost. I just want to see if you see a difference in how it looks and how I feel. I mean, I'm crying right now, but I feel so good. I feel so good with my inflammation and things like that have gone down, and my eating patterns and everything like that have really improved. For the cry ball. So I did this little, we went to an invitational, marching band invitational this weekend, and I worked the concession, and I was in charge of all that, which was a lot of fun. We had a couple ladies in there that I got to talking to one of them, and she is on keto as well. And I'll just show you some clips throughout this video of her just answering a couple questions. I felt like a real interviewer, or if that's the word, of her and what she's gone through, and her really great successes that she's had on this diet. And I say like keto, but it's more like keto low carb. She goes back and forth like I do. Some days we can be on low carb, some days we can be on keto, strict keto, especially when I do intermittent fasting. I feel like that's strict keto for me, because I strictly eat what I need to eat on a keto diet to lose the weight. So I will put in clips in here throughout the video of her. Now I apologize about the fan. There's these fans going on in the video, and I hope you can hear what she has to say, and because it's really good information. I think that would benefit you, because it benefited me. So I hope
every diet pill, every protein powder, I have tried all of them, and that's been the only thing.
Bad word, right? No.
You have so many celebrities getting on this bandwagon that are against keto, and there's no reason for it. There's no scientific backing to be against it.
Exactly. And, you know, those people that are against it, I just say to them, you need to give it a try before you knock it, because it has helped me, it's helped you. And so you have diabetes too, right?
Yes, type 2.
Yeah, and she was just diagnosed with that.
About 6 months ago.
6 months.
I was prescribed the metformin to take every day.
Yeah.
So I completely changed my diet.
Yeah, and you know, do you
stay away from processed foods, sugar, flour, and all the obvious things that are bad for you.
Do you use almond flour and all that,
yes,
coconut and all that?
Coconut oil, olive oil, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah.
MCT oil.
So you watch your labels.
Yes.
Yes, you watch all your labels. Now, what kind of
But
meat
if
do
you
you?
eat whole foods, you don't have to look at labels.
Yes,
You're
that's
eating
exactly right.
natural, organic foods that were meant for us to
Okay,
eat.
well,
Yeah.
it's very interesting to hear her talk about keto because I don't have that many people in my life that are actually doing keto, so it was very nice to actually speak with someone that has been on it, has had great success. Um, Now she goes into that scientific backing, which there is, and I'm so glad there is because I don't think I would be doing this diet if I really didn't do my research. And that's what I tell people on my Facebook page. If you want to join a great Facebook page, it's called Tony's Low Carb Journey. I started it out as a low carb to cover the basis of keto and low carb. Um, so if you want to join that, just go ahead and go on Facebook. But she goes into that because I have done so much research and watched so many videos myself on the actual subject, and um, she's actually done more reading than I have. I just basically I started out listening to the wrong people, and then and then I ended up listening to, in between all that, the right people and the right information, to my own conclusion of all of it. So, and then she talks about diabetes too, which I actually had. I don't. I no longer have diabetes too. I was on metformin, as she was, and I haven't taken that for, gosh, 6 months. 6 months. My last test showed that I no longer needed that metformin. Now, I'm not telling everyone to go out there and stop their medication or anything. You always check with your doctor, and your blood tests will tell the truth on how you're doing with any diet. So, and if it's doing you any good or anything, even if you're losing weight. I found that out also. I was losing weight, but my diabetes too was still there, and this was years ago. And I was like, "What's going on?" And then I did my research on keto. Diabetes too, right?
Yes, type 2.
Yeah, and she was just diagnosed with that.
About 6 months ago.
6 months.
I was prescribed the metformin to take every day.
Yeah.
So I completely changed my diet.
Yeah, and do you?
Stay away from processed foods, sugar, flour, and all the obvious things that are
Do
bad
you use
for you.
do you use almond flour and all that,
Yes,
coconut and all that?
coconut oil, olive oil, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah.
MCT oil.
So you watch your labels.
Yes.
Yes, you watch all your labels. Now, what kind of
But
meat
if
do
you
you?
eat whole foods, you don't have to look at labels.
Yes. Thing with me, if it has even 4 ingredients or more, I don't eat it. I don't care if it looks great on the box. I don't care if it says organic, free range, anything like that, or whatever on there. I actually, before I go grocery shopping, it's kind of silly, but I do a lot of research on foods that I'm already going to buy at Aldi's. When I go there, and I do a little shopping at Walmart also of what I can't get at Aldi's. So, and in the Whole Foods, she made that comment about if you're eating Whole Foods, you really don't need to look at the labels, which is completely true. I found that out also. So it makes perfect sense on reading the labels and find out what you're really eating, and if it's part of that processed foods family, I call it. I no longer eat processed foods, and because I don't like the way it makes me feel after I eat it. It's almost like poison to me, and I know that sounds really silly, but it is. It's like I feel like if I eat anything out of a box that comes, that is uh, breaded or has this about this long of a length of a label. I just cannot put myself in that situation anymore. Water?
Lots of water.
Lots of water. Now, see, when you started keto, how did you start?
Just slowly started eliminating carbs is
Uh-huh.
how I started. It's very easy.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought so too.
I mean, who doesn't like a steak?
Yeah, and what about the
And green
inflammation?
beans
Your
and
inflammation is
it's
down.
completely gone.
Yeah. Now, do you want to show your picture before?
Oh, if it'll turn.
Okay. Interesting in what she said there. How she started keto. She stated that she started trickling down pretty much. Her low carbs. She started off slowly, trickling off of those. So I started cold turkey. So maybe that's why I kind of went up and down with it. Maybe that's the key right there, is to eventually kind of work yourself into really low carb. And that's probably the key, because that's very interesting that she said that. And then we talked about inflammation. That's a really key with me. I had surgery, as you all know who watch my channel. I had neck surgery, and I had just a lot of inflammation from eating carbs. As soon as I ate carbs, it could have been anything, bread or anything like that, and I would just blow up. Now, if that happens to you, go ahead and comment below on how you started your journey, and where you are now and all that. I would really love to know where you guys are at, and if you've had success from low carb or keto. And I know the difference between, there's low carb and there's keto. They're completely somewhat different. They're a little bit different from each other. Low carb, you can eat noodles and things like that, and keto you cannot. So there's some differences there, but I personally think it's okay to go back and forth just a little. Okay, we're gonna get a picture. She is right there in the red shirt, right? Yep. There. And this is her today. Look at this, you guys. This is awesome.
I went from a size 16 to a size 8
in a year. In a year.
Yes.
In a year. See, it can be done, everybody.
Yes.
It can be done. And family that has kind of like 2 or 3 different diets going on in the household. Her household is the same as anyone else's. Is sometimes you have to, like my son and I, we have to fix 2 different meals sometimes. But he's actually eating low carb, and he's actually lost a little weight from eating some of the foods that I've been eating. So he's looking at me right now. So anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I could not do this without you. I'm hoping that I'm helping just one person out there. Subscribe and share and like this video, and you guys have a great day.